It never is going to end, really. You're all nags. Nags, I tell you. You really want me to suffer through this game. It's never going to end. I tell you, it never will. I looked over at James, seeing him adjust his glasses and snuggled down on the blanket. He had stolen my heart from the moment he offered his arm when we first met. That was like a year ago. I couldn't tell what it was exactly that attracted me, but I was positive that his leader-like aura was one of the million reasons I fell in love with a demon. As I stared, James caught my gaze and smiled at me sweetly, making my face burn soft red, and I looked away in embarrassment. Sam and Matthew turned to each other and smirked.
Race into the water, Runt! No speed boosts, cheater!
Speed boosts? And off they went, bolting towards the ocean with bouncing strides across the sand. Eric and Damien laughed before looking to each other.
Can we go collect some seashells?
That is absolutely adorable.
It's like you read my mind.
Shut up. Shut up. Eric and Damien nodded to each other before walking towards the reef, focused on their hunt for seashells. I became determined to think of things that James and I could do. We could get a boat and ride across the water, or even just walk along the shoreline. I like long walks on the beach. And watch the others enjoy themselves. As long as I was with James, I was completely okay. I don't like James that much, honestly. A book? You brought a book? You brought a book to a beach? Poke, poke. Okay. I'm so sorry. As I looked back at James, I noticed him sitting down on a blanket we had laid out and pull out a book from his bag we brought along. To my surprise, it wasn't love and romance for once. It was a book with a blank cover and a back. James, do you like my name? Do you guys like my name? I'm very proud of my name.
What is it?
You're just gonna read? You're at a beach. What if a bird poops on it? James nodded, lifting his book for a bit for me to see.
I started this a while ago and still haven't finished. I might as well finish it now that I have the time to.
But, I see. It seemed a bit boring. Why would James go through the trouble of coming to Hawaii and sit around and read? That made zero sense. Seeing my confusion, James smiled.
You're wondering when I'm going to have some fun, aren't you?
Just a little bit. Oh, well, I bit my lip. I didn't mean to give my thoughts away on my face, but James simply nodded and laughed a bit, causing me to look back at him.
I plan to eventually.
Once I get to the 6th chapter! Eventually?
Mm-hmm. I mainly wanted to come here for them.
Oh, you're such a mom. James' gaze turned to the ocean, causing me to look over and watch as Sam and Matthew raced each other in the blue water with Eric and Damien sitting on a rock nearby collecting seashells. That is so cute. Eric's just like, oh look, there's one there. Oh, Damien's like, oh look, I found one. Oh. Just collecting seashells in a little bucket. And then when you go to their room at home, they just got seashells lining on the walls and their shelves. It's so cute. There was a logic. He did it for his brothers. You knew they wanted to have a real vacation, so you arranged the perfect one. I looked at James to see him nod with a smile as he continued to look at his book. At his book? Where did book come from? Book is not even in this sentence. As he looked at his brothers, enjoying themselves.
We may be adults, but I'm still their older brother. Whatever I can give them, I will happily provide.
I am so sorry for that sniffle. I'm so stuffy. Even if Sam fights you?
Even if he argues tooth and nail with me, I'll still take care of him.
I smiled, feeling my heart warm at the sight of such brotherly love. I walked over and sat down beside James, staring at the water and leaning slightly against James' side.
What?
Why do you call me that? That is like such a stiff pet name. You're so sweet to them. You know that.
I'm glad you think so.
Worth starting a war over, am I right?
You will enjoy yourself too.
Oh yeah, totally am. I love watching you read. It's like the best thing in the world. I nodded before letting out a sigh and becoming lost in the sight of the horizon. This place is really beautiful. I was happy to be by James' side, even if it was simply basking in the sun with a book. James seemed to take the hint as he softly let out a chuckle and wrapped an arm around me, kissing my temple.
But it is nothing compared to your beauty.
My dog is just staring at me. That made my face heat up. I became red in the face, pursing my lip at James as he smiled and hugged me to him. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, it's so sweet. My little vacation away from the world was perfect with what? My little vacation from the world was perfect with me, wrapped in But what? Wrapped in James' arms, staring at the gorgeous ocean, enjoying the fresh island breeze. I wouldn't have it any other way. You said that last time with Damien, though. Obviously, you would have it another way. You cute Beach Boys. Ha ha ha! That's funny.